Welcome to another episode of Cook with the Wing King. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Please like, subscribe, share. Just get mad people watching it so we can get all these recipes up. So you can learn how to cook the way I cook in the house. You see that it can be done really easily and simple. It's stress-free and you can make really good food if you just follow little tips that I'm giving out. Alright? So in this one we're going to do chicken wings again, but completely different to the way I normally do it. Alright, so usually we use the self-raising flour to coat the wings. And that's, for me, depending on what kind of, what I'm feeling like on the day, those are my go-to wings, like the ones, the everyday wings per se. But what we're going to do today is an Asian-inspired chicken wing. You know, these games were fun, but now the fun's over. It's time to go to work.
In there, relax ball below and finish at the rim.
To get the ball inside, moments ago that good penetration, finding that open jumper for the three, but they've got to keep Ford on him.
My name is Olu Babylona, former professional basketball player, now cooking. Buffalo wing based chicken wings. Chicken wings. So now we'll do the blue cheese. And anytime you want to go Asian inspired with chicken, you want to make the wings way more crispy than the normal way of making them. Alright, so instead of using self-raising flour, we're going to use corn flour. In the other wings, we use a little bit of corn flour as well as self-raising. But if you go with just corn flour, the two main things, just corn flour, as far as breading wise, and you got to cook it for a little bit longer, 5 minutes longer. Right? When you do that, you get the most crispy wings. I'll demonstrate today. Once these wings come out of the fryer, I'll do the whole, you know how the chefs do the knife thing in your head. I'll do all that and you'll see. Alright? So the two main tips, again, one of them is the corn flour, and the second one is, on this one, you don't need mama's seasoning. You need, if you can get a hold of it, a Thai 7 spice. You can't get 7 spice, you can go with 5 spice, right? 5 spice is everywhere, and 5 spice is really good, but 7 spice to me is like 5 spice on crack, right?
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Yeah! Don't do drugs though, but but that's just what it is to me. So 5 spice is really good, but 7 spice is just way more. 5 spice, it's obviously 5 different spices, like cloves, cinnamon, allspice. I don't know, ask a chef, I'm not a chef. But 7 spice, that's good. 2 more than 5 spice.
Hey, I like this guy's mathematicals.
Cool. So anyway. Again, like we did before on the chicken wing episode, same thing obviously. Cut your wings. Once you figure out how to do this properly, you'll realize that there's no bone to cut through. It should be really easy, especially if you got a sharp knife. We're only cooking 10 wings today. 5 whole wings, which will give you 10 parts. So it won't take long at all. It'll be really easy and simple. Once you've gone through all the wings, you want to season them with your hopefully 7 spice, but if not 5 spice. Cut them out. Another skill. So I touch the chicken like this, and you don't want, anytime you touch chicken, you want to wash your hands. You don't want to touch anything. But I just picked this up before one of you get at me. I picked this up and it went in there, and you see, they're separate. So there's no chicken in there. Alright, but if you're not sure, if your hands aren't as big as mine or whatever, just wash your hands real quick. Alright, so anyway, season the chicken. These 7 and 5 spices don't have much salt at all, so you can really season this a lot. So for these 10 wings, I'm going to go 1.5 tablespoons, knowing that they're not going to be too salty. And it's not spicy at all. It's not like heat spice. Absolutely not. It's way less than like a buffalo sauce. It's a lot more just different, an Asian inspired spice. You know, if you can think of even like a fried rice, these go really well with fried rice, right? So don't worry about the spice level on this. If you like spicy food, this isn't it. Put this on, then throw in, I would say 2 teaspoons, of cayenne pepper. Alright? So once that's all seasoned, the drill remains the same as far as I'm gonna coat them in egg. The egg will be your glue for the cornflour. So in here, there's already one egg in there already. Put another egg in there. Try and keep the shell out, no shells. So once that's in, mix that up. Make sure that every part of the wing has a little bit of egg on it, just so that once we coat them in the cornflour, it will stick on easy. So now I wash my hands real quick. Clean hands. Cornflour. Cornflour is really good. It's cheap, it's not expensive, and as we said earlier, it gives it a higher level of crisp. Like, it makes them super duper crispy. Alright? We're also, I didn't even say this part, but we're also gonna coat them in a Thai chili sauce. You don't have to do that. You can leave them as is because they're really well flavored with the 7 spice. But if you wanted a sauce on them, keeping it Asian inspired, we're gonna go with Thai chili sauce made by yours truly. This is gonna be on sale soon too. Alright? So when you got the Asian inspired wings, you don't really want to put herbs in the flour. Just leave it as is. Again, the chicken is seasoned enough like that with the 7 spice or the 5 spice. Herbs aren't necessary. I feel like you're leaving the Asian experience food-wise if you start putting herbs in it. So just plain corn flour, nothing else. Once the chicken is seasoned, throw them in. And I bought this Tupperware today because I lost the lid on my other ones. So there's definitely a lid thief. It's a fact, I can call that. So once that's on, mix it up. Make sure you mix really well. Every piece of the chicken needs to be covered in corn flour. All of it. So mix it up, open it, check, and make sure it's still all covered. Alright? Like that. Okay? Then again, you want to get this, and if you leave that little part on the end, you want to make sure that in there is fully covered as well. Alright? So just pick out some corn flour. It feels way different to regular flour. It's a lot more thin, it feels. Once that's all ready to go, drop your basket, and then put these in your fryer, or however you're cooking them. You can cook in one of these, saucepan, no problem. Just put the oil in. If you've got a gas hob, turn it up, turn it on, let it get to about 170, 175 temperature, which is about 8 minutes. Throw the wings in, and it'll be good to go. But these are really cheap nowadays, alright? So I would invest in one of these because it'll just make your life easier. Fryer, it'll make your life easier in regards to cooking deep frying. Alright? So put these in one at a time. When you put them in, you should hear a nice, like a nice sizzle. That'll let you know the temperature is where you need it to be. Alright? So drop them in one at a time. Try and keep them separate. You don't want them on top of each other. And as I said earlier, these take about 5 minutes longer than the regular wings that are cooked in self-raising flour. Alright? So we're looking at about 14 to 18 minutes on these ones. Alright? Make sure they're all in and make sure they're fully submerged in the oil. These ones for sure, they have to all be in. Whereas the chicken balls, it's better if they're all in, but you can get away if it's not. But these wings, for sure, they must all be in. Alright? Alright, so now we're going to make the sauce, sweet chili, Thai sweet chili. Alright, so 2 tablespoons of just regular butter. Okay, salted butter preferably. Right, put it in, make sure you melt it down. This can all happen while the chicken is cooking, right? Chicken smells really good. It smells different, completely different to like a regular chicken wing. It definitely has like, you can smell the Asian inspiration in it, right? These wings go good with fried rice, which is coming. I'm doing a sweet chili chicken with fried rice. And I've also got another honey soy garlic sauce. So you can use chicken wings, you can use chicken strips, boneless, all sorts. But just so long as like the Asian inspired theme is what we're trying to go with now. and that's what you get when you use the 5 or the 7 spice. Once the butter is melted down, you want to put some garlic in, but you don't want to crush it. Yeah, just chop it nice and fine and throw that in. If you crush it, it could burn and the garlic gets too intense. Just 1 clove. Chop 1 clove of garlic, nice and fine. Break it up in there. I'm already smelling that garlic now, so that's definitely more than enough. Once you put that in, so it's 2 tablespoons of butter to 6 tablespoons of Thai sweet chili, which I know I've really mixed this up. Get that in, mix it up. The butter will make it more, if it was just Thai sweet chili by itself, it'd be a bit too rich. The butter makes it smoothens it all out, but if you leave it on, put it on a medium to high heat, it'll get real sticky. So that once the wings are cooked, you put it in a bowl, throw the wings in, and then you've got like really nice sticky wings with a good crisp because we use corn flour. Right? So this will probably take about 3 minutes on the heat. Keep mixing it, don't leave it. If you leave it, it will stick to the bottom of the pan and it will burn terrible. Right? Like, you wouldn't even think of using it, you just be like, oh, I messed this up. Right, so just keep it moving. So the sauce is ready, it's done, wings are ready. Take them out the oil, let the oil drain off. So remember we already seasoned them in the 7 spice, or if it's only 5 spice you got. But I'm gonna be honest, it wouldn't be right if I didn't just put just a tiny bit of lemon seasoning on there. It should probably kill me if I didn't. So just a little bit of that, like less than a teaspoon, yeah? Now remember I said we're gonna tell you, because of the corn flour, makes it super crispy. So come and hear this. See how crispy that is? Right, and that crisp, you're not gonna lose that when you put the sauce on. Grab the sauce you made earlier, dump that on. Get it all on. Once you get the sauce on, mix it up. Remember with me, I don't like too much sauce because I want you to taste the flavor of the wing. Get that all on. Dump the wings on, and they're good to go. But for a final measure, just so people know what they're eating, because I mean, if you look at that, you can tell that's probably, you know, a sweet chili sauce. But it's always good if you can to put a garnish that was already in whatever it is you've cooked. So being that it's chili, these chilies are pretty mild. I wouldn't suggest eating them if you're not into spice, but the chili as a garnish. So cut it up, get inside, get all that inside out. The hottest part of the chili is this membrane here, this white part, all right? So get that all out. And also, this is something that's good aesthetically. So if you're serving for people, they'll see it, they'll look at it, it'll look better. It looks more enjoyable to eat. And just cut nice long thin strands. There you go. Cut them nice long thin strands, cut them, put them on the top. Thai sweet chili chicken wings. Thanks for watching another video. Thai sweet chili chicken wings. I really hope you try these. These are really good, very enjoyable, and I feel like if you serve them to anybody, they're gonna really appreciate it. I appreciate you for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, share, comment, right? Let me know what's going on, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you want to see, and I'll take it all in, and I'll cook everything that I can possibly for you guys. Thanks again. www.thewingkings.co.uk to grab your seasoning, to see what's happening, and just follow the journey, please. Thanks a lot.